We continue in the Battle of Los Angeles with our final first round A block contest. We see first coming out to the ring is Hijo del Vikingo, a man who made his appearance and presence known at the NXT Rumble, and ever since then has been a presence within NXT. He hasn't accomplished any championship glory to date, however, he has been a force throughout NXT and has competed in some incredible matchups that we have seen throughout Universe Mode, including a match against Speedball Mike Bailey that is unfortunately not on the YouTube videos, however, was an incredible match.
I'm a bad boy.
And we see next, making his presence known at the Battle of Los Angeles, is the bad boy, Joey Janela. We have seen Joey Janela throughout Universe Mode competing for the Cruiserweight Championship and competing throughout NXT, but he is making his presence known in the Battle of Los Angeles to try and accomplish the one thing that has eluded him. Being known as a world champion throughout PWG would be the perfect place for him to secure that gold. A very interesting matchup that we have in our first round of the Battle of Los Angeles for 2K19 Universe Mode, as we see Joey Janela and Hijo del Vikingo locking up in the middle of the ring. Joey Janela, known for his independent accomplishments throughout America, and Hijo del Vikingo, an incredible competitor from AAA in Mexico. Now we see the clothesline counter from Hijo, and now he catches Joey Janela with that Hurricane Rana, popping him up into the air. Overhand chop reversed from Janela. A series of reversals and strikes from these two men in the center of the ring to start off this contest. Rebounding off of the turnbuckle. Now we see the 8-second ride from Joey Janela to Vikingo as he rebounded out of the corner. Grounded strikes now from Joey Janela. The kick to the back and now a series of strikes to the face. Janela forcing Hijo del Vikingo back up to his feet and dropping him down with that 1%er bulldog pinfall attempt as he puts the weight all across the chest of Vikingo, but he is able to force the shoulder up. Vikingo now sending Joey Janela into the rebounding into the ropes. Drop down, handspring, double backflipped into a handspring Hurricane Rana. Takedown to Joey Janela. Kip up to follow it up from Vikingo. And that takes Joey Janela over to the ropes. Going to look to follow it up now. Rebounding off of the ropes. Over with the crescent cutter. Unbelievable contest that we're already seeing from these two men. These two putting on an absolute display of what is possible here within 2K19 Universe Mode. Now, a Frankensteiner from Hijo del Vikingo, putting on for the NXT brand as well. You see the handspring for Vikingo, but Joey Janela quickly able to counter out of it, looking to muscle him up for a power bomb. Sit out, looking for the pinfall attempt here on Vikingo, and just barely getting the shoulder up at the last second. Joey Janela cannot believe it. And already within a few minutes of this contest, these two showing what they are capable of. Looking for that Trouble in Paradise. Series of strikes being countered and reversed from these two. Now they're able to get on the same page here as these two countering out of one another's maneuvers. Back elbows now from Vikingo. Back elbows from Joey Janela to counter it. Handspring, spring off the ropes, inverted, poison Rana, the rewind Rana from Hijo del Vikingo. And Joey Janela slowly going to get his way back up in the corner. Vikingo looking to follow it up with the Enziguri in the corner, but it is countered by Joey Janela, who takes the head of Vikingo off with that super kick. 1, 2, and 2. Just barely getting the shoulder up was Vikingo. Joey Janela now looking to follow it up, going high risk to the top rope. Gonna look to dive down with the elbow drop. Perhaps looking for the greetings from Asbury Park. Elbow from the top. Strike from Vikingo now, who was able to counter out of that elbow drop, and now sizing up Joey Janela on the outside and going to build up some momentum so he can dive down on Janela with that rope twisting tope plancha. Incredible athleticism from Hijo del Vikingo, who now goes to the top rope. Going to look to dive down onto Joey Janela, who is looking to return within the confines of the ring. But Vikingo catching him with that 450, dropping onto Joey Janela just as he entered the ring. Vikingo now pointing at Joey Janela, looking to call him back up to his feet. And the second that Janela turned around, he is met with that springboard dropkick. Vikingo following it up with a frog splash now from the top rope. And this could be enough to put away Janela here. No, and kick out from the bad boy. Seated dropkick from Vikingo, but it is countered by Janela, who looks to take his head off with that lariat. Counter from Janela, however. Looking for that strike, but it is countered by Hijo del Vikingo, not falling for the antics of Joey Janela. Now, looking to get a running start, looking for that running Dragon Rana, but Joey Janela with the powerbomb into the bottom turnbuckle pad. Joey Janela now with the advantage, lifting him up, dropping him down with that brain buster. And now what is this? We hear the entrance music. That is Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley is here. And he is distracting Joey Janela for the time being. Perhaps to the benefit of Hijo del Vikingo, who is now going to look for the backslide. Looking to roll up Joey Janela here. The bad boy distracted. And now a stare down between these two men. Joey Janela will not allow himself to be distracted by the likes of Jon Moxley making his appearance. A man who we haven't seen since he competed at WrestleMania against Will Ospreay for the Intercontinental Championship. And now we see the takedown from Vikingo, who is going to distract the referee on the inside as Moxley sending Janela back within the confines of the ring. Perhaps going to look to have Vikingo put away Joey Janela for his sake. Running lariat though from Janela. And a near fall from Janela. Just barely getting the shoulder up was Vikingo. Janela now going to look to get Vikingo up, perhaps. Going to look for a Death Valley driver here, but it is countered by Vikingo. Disoriented are these two men after an incredible contest that we've already seen here tonight. Vikingo looking to spring off the ropes for that Hurricane Rana, but just barely sidestepped by Joey Janela. And Janela now with the advantage. Going to lock in the side headlock and just for the moment slow down the pace of Vikingo. We've seen Vikingo performing a mile a minute for the entirety of this contest. Overhand chop, spinning back kick now from Vikingo, who creates the separation that he needs. Overhand chop again from Vikingo, springing off of the ropes and going to look for the drop kick that sends Joey Janela rolling back across the ring. And we see Vikingo now standing in the corner right by Jon Moxley, perhaps getting some advice here in the closing moments perhaps of this contest. Vikingo looking to run in. Tilt-a-whirl Hurricane Rana that takes out Joey Janela. Now we see Vikingo pulling Janela into position. Perhaps going to look to go high risk to the top rope where Vikingo has been most at home and most capable. Janela slowly getting back up to his feet here, diving down with that drop kick, and Joey Janela was able to step out of the way of that drop kick just in time to save himself. We see the back suplex on the outside from Janela. The bad boy going to take the advantage now on Vikingo. A strike to the face that takes out Vikingo as the referee starting the count, sending the competitor into the guardrail as Janela now, the bad boy, going to look to ram Vikingo's spine first into the guardrail as well. Reversals on the outside as the referee reaches the count of 6. We see Vikingo sending Joey Janela into the guardrail. Gonna look to dive down all the way onto Janela, but Janela counters out of it with a strike to the face, and now a second strike right across the face that takes out Vikingo. Oh, and now once again just punching him in the face is Janela. Each time that he picks him back up, he is just being striked back down. Face first again goes Vikingo into the apron. Relentless with this. Now back suplex, but it's countered by Vikingo, who catches him with that drop kick. Vikingo now with the small package driver, picking up Joey Janela and dropping him down, crunching him up, and sending him into the guardrail once again. The referee continuing his count. Vikingo telling the referee perhaps to create some separation as he is looking to dive down onto Joey Janela once again with that twisting plancha to Joey Janela, who is draped across the guardrail, sending Janela back to the inside. Ever since that distraction from Jon Moxley, Joey Janela has not been able to compete the same in this contest. Now, we see the twisting, inverted Phoenix Splash from Vikingo to Joey Janela. Pinfall attempt and the 3 count. Vikingo has defeated Joey Janela in the Battle of Los Angeles. And lots of it is caused to the interference of Jon Moxley and this distraction at ringside. On behalf of Jon Moxley, and what were his intentions here tonight? Were they to harm Joey Janela, or were they to help Hijo del Vikingo? That much has not been determined. But as much has been determined is the final competitor in the A block. And that will be Hijo del Vikingo. So far in the Battle of Los Angeles, who we have seen advancing consists of Roderick Strong, Hijo del Vikingo, Pete Dunne. We see Jon Moxley celebrating with Vikingo, as well as Matt Travis, the 4 competitors to move on as we advance to the B block. First competition in the B block, gonna pit Scott Lost against Shelton Benjamin.
Ain't no stopping me, no! You can't rock with me, no stopping. You can't rock with me, no stopping. You can't rock with me, good dropping. Ain't no stopping me, no!
Introducing next, and the first competitor from the B block in the Battle of Los Angeles is Shelton Benjamin, the gold standard, making his appearance here. He is 1/3 of the faction known as the Hurt Business, accompanied by Cedric Alexander and Bobby Lashley typically, but here tonight he is appearing single-handedly in the Battle of Los Angeles tournament and looking to succeed here tonight in tournament action. However, in the first round he's going to have to go up against a PWG veteran and a recent superstar that has debuted for New Japan. Coming to the ring next is the professional Scott Lost. Scott Lost was in action at Dominion. He was in singles competition against Mark Haskins, in which he challenged for the IWGP Junior Championship. However, unsuccessful in his efforts, now appearing in the Battle of Los Angeles and going to look to advance in this encounter against Shelton Benjamin. 2 absolute veterans of the squared circle and 2 flawlessly technically gifted athletes that we will see in action here tonight. A very interesting encounter in the first round. Scott Lost, known as the professional throughout professional wrestling. He embodies every aspect of that word throughout his in-ring presence. which we will see exhibited here tonight. If he can defeat Shelton Benjamin, he will be the first competitor to advance in the B block. Neither of these competitors have won championship gold throughout Universe Mode as of yet. However, if they could advance here, they can keep their hopes alive at obtaining that PWG Championship at the end of this tournament. And we see Scott Lost quickly taking a powder to the outside at the onset of this contest. Shelton Benjamin going to meet him on the outside now, following him out there now. Both men returning to the confines of the ring. Shelton Benjamin now receiving a series of strikes, a stomp to the toes that disoriented Shelton Benjamin, following it up with that backhand chop and that wheel kick from Scott Lost. Sends Shelton Benjamin reeling across the ring to the corner, looking for that spinning kick, and now Shelton Benjamin answers back with that leaping clothesline to counter back against Scott Lost. Here we see a Northern Lights suplex in the early going of this contest, looking for that commanding kick to the back. Now Scott Lost going to snapmare Shelton Benjamin down, looking for the kick of his own. Shelton with the strike to the back, however reversed. Now a reversal from Shelton, who drives the face of Scott Lost down into the canvas, and now getting that kick to the back that he was looking for earlier on in this contest. Shelton Benjamin now with him up in the suplex position, going to drop him down face first with the gourd buster. Shelton Benjamin having the advantage following that reversal exchange between the two men. Considering this being the first encounter of these two men, you got to think that these two are going to have to feel each other out in the early going of this contest. However, Shelton Benjamin early on taking the advantage. Reversal there from Scott Lost, however, who's going to Irish whip Shelton Benjamin into the ropes, following it with a judo throw, hip toss, that takes Shelton Benjamin down. Now we see Scott Lost with his first bit of offense in this contest, going to look to secure the body scissors now on the ground. And this does wonders to damage the respiratory system of Shelton Benjamin, but you got to think that such a conditioned athlete as Shelton Benjamin would be well trained enough to be able to go the distance in this contest. Arm drag now from Scott Lost. Scott Lost now bringing Shelton Benjamin back up to his feet just to level him down with that strike. Arm wrench clothesline now from Shelton Benjamin, who turns Scott Lost over on the ground and going to stomp on the arm. We saw a leg drop across the arm earlier on in this contest, and now Shelton Benjamin going to look for the first pinfall attempt on Lost. Unable to get the 1 count, is now Lost getting back up to his feet after that kick to the back. Irish whip now from Shelton Benjamin, who sends Scott Lost off the ropes. Spinebuster takedown that drives the spine of Scott Lost directly into the middle of the canvas. Now doing damage to the legs of Scott Lost, and Shelton Benjamin has managed to do damage to every single part of Scott Lost's body throughout this matchup so far. Has paid off dividends for him here in the early goings. Eye rake now from Scott Lost as he was getting back up to his feet there. Now we see Lost Irish whip Shelton Benjamin. Reversal here. Backflip coming over and then catching him with the heels across the face on that spinning heel kick. Scott Lost going to look to follow that up now with the top rope. Shelton Benjamin getting back up to his feet here, and we're going to see Scott Lost look for a diving attack crossbody, but Shelton Benjamin, the strength, able to hoist him up and then drop him down for that front slam. The attempted crossbody from Scott Lost, but it was not to be, as Shelton Benjamin now with a series of strikes to Scott Lost. Going to send him into the turnbuckle pad here and then rebound with a German suplex. Scott Lost now rolling to the outside following that tremendous German suplex that dropped Lost on his shoulders. Now pointing at Shelton Benjamin, who strikes Scott Lost and sends him off of the apron to the outside. Now the referee going to start to administer the count out on the outside. Shelton Benjamin sending Lost into the barricade here with a series of strikes. Lost coming off of that barricade. He might have landed on those steel steps following those strikes in, now looking for that spinning heel kick again, but Shelton Benjamin able to catch him in his efforts and drive him across the knee with that tremendous backbreaker. Referee now up to the count of 6. Going to look to send Scott Lost underneath the bottom rope. And drive that elbow across the face of Lost as we pass the 5-minute mark in this contest. But these two men already doing so much damage to one another, particularly Shelton Benjamin doing a tremendous amount of damage to Scott Lost. Now locking in the key lock here is Shelton Benjamin from a seated position as he wrenches in on that arm once again. Now Scott Lost going to look to work his way back up to his feet here. Strike to the gut of Shelton Benjamin, and now going to follow it up with a Hurricane Rana. No, it is countered by a sit-out powerbomb at the hands of Shelton Benjamin, who now calls for Scott Lost to get back up to his feet here, looking for the pay dirt. Pinfall attempt here from Shelton Benjamin. This could be enough to put away Scott Lost, and no, only a 2 count. Shelton Benjamin nearly securing the pinfall at 6 minutes in this contest over Scott Lost. However, Lost able to get the shoulder up at the very last second off of that pay dirt finishing maneuver from Shelton Benjamin, who now drives the elbow across the chest of Lost. Series of strikes now from Shelton Benjamin, but it's countered arm drag from Scott Lost, who sends Shelton Benjamin recovering in the corner. Benjamin getting back up to his feet here, however, having to use the ropes to do so, and now Scott Lost positioning him for the second rope moonsault. Knee strikes now from Scott Lost following that moonsault. Just keeping on the offense. Having to cover some ground here is Scott Lost following the efforts of Shelton Benjamin so far in this contest. Striking the corner from Lost. Now looking for the BFK. The big fat kill. That spinning back heel kick. As he got the kick to the gut and followed it up with the BFK. Picking him up into the seated position and rebounding off of the ropes with that cannonball senton. Now we see the pinfall attempt here and only a 2 count. The referee saying that Scott Lost only receiving the 2 count for his efforts following that BFK and the cannonball senton. Now diving from the second rope with that axe handle. The forearms driving across the face of Shelton Benjamin. And now we see the offense of Scott Lost drilling him into the canvas now with that swinging DDT. Grounded dropkick to follow it up. Now Lost sending Shelton Benjamin into the corner, pointing towards himself in adulation of the crowd. Running spear in the corner, and now a series of kicks. Scott Lost could be looking to put away Shelton Benjamin early on in this contest, and now drilling him into the canvas yet again with that DDT. Calling him back up to his feet once again is Scott Lost, the professional, having something in mind for the gold standard here. BFK once again, the big fat kill, but Shelton Benjamin, Scott Lost could tell that he was recovering. Now going to look for the Mahistral Cradle, looking to lock him up and secure the pinfall attempt here, but no, popping his shoulders up is Shelton Benjamin, looking for that bicycle kick, but he catches the boot coming in and sit out powerbomb. Reversal from Shelton Benjamin. Kipping back up to his feet here is Scott Lost, who looks to secure that bicycle pump kick that he was looking for before Shelton Benjamin had reversed him. And now we see a series of takedowns followed by that super kick that absolutely decapitated Shelton Benjamin. And now we see sliding underneath into the double leg Boston Crab now from the professional. And can he get the submission victory on Shelton Benjamin? Benjamin could desperately crawl to the bottom rope here if he could just reach out. But no, he's looking to muscle himself over. Going to look to get the reversal and secure an escape. Kicking out of that maneuver from Scott Lost. Scott Lost rebounding off of the ropes. Now going to look for a tilt-a-whirl Hurricane Rana head scissors. Taunting in the middle of the ring was Scott Lost, who looks to go out to the apron. a counter on the sunset flip to the outside. And now Shelton Benjamin with the reversal. Looking for that spinning back kick. Series of reversals here. BFK one more time from Scott Lost. The big fat kill, securing the final pinfall attempt perhaps, and Scott Lost, the professional, advancing on in the Battle of Los Angeles with a tremendous victory on Shelton Benjamin following 3 big fat kills. So much damage was done by Shelton Benjamin in the early goings of this contest, but it was countered by a series of strikes from Scott Lost. That cannonball senton, the big fat kill, swing out DDTs, the axe handle off of the second rope. Here we saw, following the second big fat kill, he looked for the Magistral Cradle, but the professional is going to be the one who advances on in the B block. He is the first man to secure his spot in the next round of this tournament as far as the B block is concerned, and we will find out who he will be facing off against as we advance on into the B block with our final contest of this part and our next contest of the B block. Oh, my apologies. It's an NXT Tag Team Championship match, as we see the firing squad look to take on EYFBO. The champions defend. And coming to the ring first is the team of the firing squad, a team that we have seen cooperate in NXT very sparingly. However, going to look to make their presence known in the Battle of Los Angeles, seeing as this is a championship opportunity here. You see Tama Tonga coming out to the ring first, and now he is accompanied to the ring by his family member Jacob Fatu. The roots in the Samoan dynasty are so well known throughout professional wrestling. That is where this bond resides. We see 2 men with vicious presences, the Samoan werewolf being Jacob Fatu, and the good guy Tama Tonga. Both of these men also being announced for the Battle of Los Angeles and will be competing in their tournament matchups on night 2, as well as Santana, the defending champion, will be in the Battle of Los Angeles tournament as well, having his tournament matchup tomorrow night. Come to the ring now is the new NXT Tag Team Champions, having won those championships off of Mustache Mountain back at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And this is their first championship defense tonight, going up against a team who you gotta think has vicious intentions here tonight to rip the championships from the grips of EYFBO, Santana, and Ortiz. As I mentioned earlier, Santana confirmed for this tournament and will be in championship action. And Ortiz will be competing in exhibition action as well tomorrow night. With the NXT Tag Team Champions having held those belts only for a couple of weeks, going up in their first title defense outside of NXT here tonight, having to defend them in a championship match as part of the Battle of Los Angeles tournament.
The bad guy, Tama.
Of course, this match having no bearing on the tournament, however, could change the outcome of the tournament, having Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu securing those championships could change the tides of how they are affected in those matchups tomorrow night.
The bad guy, Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, and their opponents, at a combined weight of 414 pounds, they are the NXT Tag Team Champions, Santana and Ortiz.
Santana and Ortiz having won those NXT Tag Team Championships off of Mustache Mountain in an incredible contest that they had at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Mustache Mountain securing those championships and holding them for 97 days. However, Santana and Ortiz able to overcome them when they were on their home turf in Brooklyn. Now we see, to begin this matchup, a lockup in the middle of the ring. Santana able to force and muscle Tama Tonga all the way back and into the corner. Now we see a clean break here as the referee looking to separate the two men. Surprisingly, no interference there as well from Jacob Fatu. Now looking to come in with that shoulder tackle, but it's a counter from Santana, who was able to get the knee up. And now we see Santana sending Tama Tonga into the ropes. However, Ortiz able to lower the ropes and send Tama Tonga all the way to the outside. Tonga now back up into the ring, looking for that diving clothesline in the corner. And Tama being sent across the ring and into the corner by Santana, who now gets a kick to the gut on Tama Tonga, who has a reversal, catching him in that power slam, turning it into a Samoan drop. Or Santana, you got to think, would be looking for a tag team maneuver with Ortiz having Tama Tonga over in the corner. But now we're going to see the tag in to Jacob Fatu early on in this contest. Tama Tonga perhaps not having the advantage that he thought he would have early on. Now Santana able to escape out of that Samoan drop attempt on Jacob Fatu and secure a DDT. Series of strikes now from Santana, who sends Jacob Fatu all the way across the ring and towards Ortiz, taking out the leg now and just doing some more damage to the leg. Diving now off of the second rope with that Swanton Bomb, and now we see the tag into Ortiz. Gets his first bit of action in this contest, but he's going to have to go up against the Samoan Werewolf, and we will see how that fares for him here. Able to get an arm drag following that, but Ortiz distracted by his showboating to the fans as he is hit with that belly-to-belly suplex from Jacob Fatu, a man who hasn't been around in NXT for quite as long as the rest of these men. However, certainly making his mark. A clothesline to to Ortiz. On the outside now, looking to dive down, is Jacob Fatu from the top rope all the way down to the ground on Ortiz, my apologies. Looking at the back of their outfits, and they're both pinstripes, and I'm getting a bit confused at the moment. Ortiz now, perhaps with the advantage on the inside, but it is Jacob Fatu with a series of back elbows to Ortiz. Muscling him down now, and Fatu, forearm strike. Now we see the same maneuver that we saw from Tama Tonga earlier on, now being facilitated by Fatu, as we see the power slam into the Samoan drop that absolutely takes the wind out of Ortiz. Ortiz now being sent into the corner of the firing squad. Now, what could they be looking for here? Fatu gonna muscle up Ortiz into position for Tama Tonga to catch him on his way down with that Samoan drop. Pinfall attempt here from Tama Tonga, but Santana able to break it up before the referee was even down for the count. Power slam there from Tama Tonga that sends Santana to the outside. Ortiz now looking to get his way back up, but he receives a spear for his efforts that absolutely divides Ortiz. Rebounding off of the ropes, and tremendous splash from Tama Tonga. Rebound off of the ropes, catching him with that calf kick. Now the standing diamond cutter from Ortiz. Pinfall attempt here, but Tama's foot near the ropes. However, able to get the shoulder up before the referee was even able to see it. Ortiz now with the Irish whip, sending Tonga to the outside. Strike on the apron that sends him all the way down so Ortiz and Santana can take the advantage here. As Jacob Fatu still miles away on the opposite corner. Oh, and both Santana and Ortiz being fought off at the moment by Tonga with a series of strikes to both men, and we see Ortiz picking him up in that fireman's carry position just for Santana to take him out with that running spear. That was absolutely devastating. Ortiz now being the one to send Tonga into that ring post, now has him up in the fireman's carry position. A series of strikes here from Tonga. Santana looking for that springboard moonsault to the outside, and both men having a difficult time fighting off Tonga at the moment. Ortiz now sending Tonga into the barricade. Oh, and now the forearm smash from Tonga. Sees that half Nelson sit out side slam from Santana for his efforts, and now Santana gonna look to get Tama back inside the ring. Ortiz now gonna take the advantage, rebounding off of the ropes and just dropping down with that headbutt across the chest. Tag in now from Ortiz to his partner Santana. However, Tonga with the reversal able to shove Santana off. Ortiz capturing the arms of Tonga here, but unable to take the advantage. As Santana now looking for that enziguri as Tonga was trapped and tied up with Ortiz for the time being. Rebounding Santana off of the ropes, looking for that back elbow. However, it is countered with a flashback. Suplex attempt here. Gonna look to follow it up with a back suplex as he floated over and was able to secure 2 maneuvers on that attempt. Irish whip now from Santana, who sends Tonga into the corner so that he could take the advantage, perhaps with his tag team partner Ortiz. Now Santana sending Tonga back to the outside one more time. Ortiz providing his tag team partner some space. Wrecking ball drop kick. Going between the ropes to take him out with that drop kick. Now we see Santana returning back within the confines of the ring, but he is going to have to meet Jacob Fatu as he receives a forearm smash. Now Ortiz able to take the advantage, capturing the arms of Fatu. Santana nailing that knee strike and following it up with a impaling DDT. Only a 1 count, however, as Tonga being the member of his team who has absorbed more of the damage, as Jacob Fatu has retained a lot of his energy on the apron for the time being. Santana, however, able to get the advantage here. Looking for an Irish whip. Sending him backwards and into the corner, but Jacob Fatu is now the one who's going to be sent into the corner of EYFBO. Look to follow it up, sending him. Series of strikes, elbow drop, another elbow drop from EYFBO, and what a series of maneuvers. Now Ortiz diving down from the second rope with that diving splash to follow it all up. Jawbreaker from Ortiz. What are we going to see next? Snapmare to Tonga, bringing him back to the inside. Tonga still on the inside, but he is not the legal man. And you see the angle on that back suplex that Jacob Fatu just hit on Ortiz. Power slam attempt here, countered with that inverted DDT. Now we're going to see potential tag team maneuver here. Oh, lifting up Jacob Fatu for that sidewalk slam. Big boot and turning him around with that sidewalk slam. As I said, the strength of Ortiz to get him up like that. However, Jacob Fatu quickly able to recover and sweep at the leg of Santana. Ill intentions here for Santana. Looking to secure the camel clutch here. It's Jacob Fatu. And just wrenching in on that back as Santana desperately crawling towards the ropes, looking for any kind of escape to this maneuver. Tripping out the legs of Jacob Fatu as he was able to escape. Now, elbow across the knee from Fatu. Snapmare takedown. Chop across the back. And gonna follow it up with a kick to the chest from Santana. Irish whip into the corner, however, unable to take the advantage as Jacob Fatu now, with a series of strikes, sends Santana all the way out, and a diving headbutt from the second rope, diving almost 3/4 of the way across the ring for that headbutt to Santana, now hoisting him up for that power slam, lifting him up and then driving him down with that Samoan drop. Now it's Fatu who looks to go high risk to the top rope. Can Ortiz intervene here? Moonsault attempt from Jacob Fatu from the top rope. That maneuver might have crushed him, but Santana was able to get the knees up, following that maneuver with a rebound off of the ropes into the monkey flip. Now Ortiz in position for the tag as Santana now. Powerbomb attempt, following it up with the elbow drop as Santana hoisted up Jacob Fatu. Pinfall attempt here, and now a kick out from Fatu. Can you believe it? Another pinfall attempt here from Ortiz as Santana took Tonga off of the apron so he couldn't break up the pinfall, but Jacob Fatu still able to get his shoulder up, following that powerbomb and elbow drop simultaneously from the champions. Now a stomp to the arm on the ground. Strike to the face, however, from Ortiz. Back and forth here go these two men. Death Valley driver attempt. Now we see Ortiz sending Jacob Fatu into the corner with his partner. Tag in here. Ortiz now going to be the one to get him up in the powerbomb, elbow drop, pinfall. Can they put him away with the second one here? 1, 2, and no, again Jacob Fatu gets his shoulder up. Santana allowing Jacob Fatu to tag out to Tonga for the time being, perhaps thinking that Tonga, having received more damage in this contest, may be at better risk of securing the pinfall attempt. Now we see Santana sending Tonga backwards and into the turnbuckle, lifting him up onto that top rope, but Tama able to reverse an Irish whip Santana across the ring. Kick to the gut, and now raking the eyes of Santana across that top rope. Down on one knee, but a strike to the gut, breaking it up, and now going to look for the suplex attempt, following it up, rolling over. Gonna look for a second one, and the Three Amigos attempt from Santana is successful. Three Amigos on Tonga. Paying tribute to Eddie Guerrero, of course, looking for that straight right hand across the face of Tonga. Power slam now from Santana, rebounding off of the ropes, and a running leg drop to follow it up. Now looking to go to the top rope is Santana. He calls Tonga back up to his feet here. Gonna look to dive down with the street sweeper from the top. Jacob Fatu just barely recovering on the apron, and Ortiz stopping him from intervening, and EYFBO retaining their tag team championships as Santana securing the victory with the street sweeper over Tonga. And the champions retain. For the time being, they are still your NXT Tag Team Champions. However, what does this mean for the tournament heading forward? We'll see 3 of these men in tournament action tomorrow night.